Hello everyone, my name is Zoyamani and you're watching my channel, Blank Paper. So for today's episode of Aesthetic and Show, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 12 lessons I learned by age 24. And the reason I'm doing 12 instead of 24 is just because I feel like 24 would have been too long of a video. And I'm also trying to get through these a bit quick because I have some errands to run a little later. So let's get started. One of the first lessons I learned is that I should embrace the things that I like because they help me to become more me. Basically what I mean by that is this year I just really learned to, without any shame, just delve into and explore and like the things that I like. For instance, I really liked ASMR before I even knew what ASMR was. I realized I like the sound of gravel when I'm walking down like a gravel lot, or you know, the sound of pouring water over ice into a glass, and just random things like that. Like I love like very crisp staccato sounds. I love the sound of being on board an airplane cabin and that constant hum. I used to feel really weird that I liked those things, but once I started Blank Paper, I don't know what got into me, but I just decided to start embracing those things, and I would look up videos of those sounds, and that's what led me to find out about ASMR and that it's a thing, and there's like a whole community of people who really like this thing called ASMR. And I eventually started including that in some of my videos, and one of my most successful videos to date includes ASMR. I really learned to embrace the things I like because they help me to become more of who I am. They make me more unique. It helps me to develop my interests and delve deeper into my purpose. God puts in everyone a desire towards something, or something they just really like and enjoy that makes life special to them. Yeah, I'm just learning to like what I like. Number 2, I should never say I can't. It's either I will or I won't. I'm learning that if I say that I can't do something, it's almost 100% guaranteed that I won't end up doing it. If I say I can't do something and then I don't do it, maybe it's because I'm saying that I can't that I end up not doing it. What if I just said I can? Then maybe I could. So I'm realizing in life, it's not really about what you can and can't do. It's about what you will and won't do. Basically for me, I shouldn't say like, oh, I can't do this. Either I won't do it because I'm deciding in that moment that I'm not going to do it, or I will do it and therefore I can do it. Yeah, I'm learning not to put those types of limitations on myself and learning to just be open and say that I can if there's something I want to do, and if I don't want to do it, then I don't do it. Number 3, what I permit in my life will increase. This is a lesson that my father actually taught me, but I feel like this year, more than anything, I'm learning how very, very true that is. If I allow something into my life with a very passive attitude without intentionality, then that thing is going to increase and eventually become out of control. And that's how bad habits form. That's how things enter into your life and you're like, how did this happen? So if I permit good things in my life and with intentionality, then that thing is going to increase and become more abundant. If I let bad things into my life passively, then those bad things are just going to multiply and increase and become out of control. So if I don't want something bad in my life, then I should not permit it at all, and definitely not in a passive state of mind. I'm just learning to be more intentional about what I let into my life. Number 4, if I don't care for myself, I'm not going to be good for anyone. This lesson is something I've learned this year, but the phrasing of that I actually got from the hip-hop artist Lecrae. I think he said something of that nature in one of his interviews, and I was like, yeah, that's a really good way of putting it, because if I don't take care of myself and I neglect myself and allow myself to become a toxic person, I'm not going to be good for anybody. And I really love the concept of self-care because it's very different from being selfish or self-centered. It's about caring for yourself so you can be the best version of yourself and therefore be more able to care for other people and just be a better human being that contributes to society in a better way. So I'm learning that I need to take care of myself and not neglect myself if I want to be a good human being for anybody on this planet. If I want to do any good on this planet, I've got to take care of myself. Number 5 is I can take risks and they can work out. So I'm not a very risky person. Like, I don't take a whole lot of risks. For the majority of my life, risk just terrified me. I just felt like nothing was worth the risk. Just do the thing that can guarantee you a good outcome, even if you could do something a bit riskier and potentially get a better outcome. This year I've just taken a lot more risks than I ever have in my life, and they've all for the most part worked out. And I'm realizing that if I want the things I want in life, I need to take more risks. The way that I determine whether or not to make a risk is by figuring out if the potential gains are more than the potential losses. If I stand to gain more from a risk than I stand to lose if it goes wrong, then I should probably take that risk because I stand to gain a whole lot more. And if things go wrong, then so be it. Maybe I do just take the L, but it's not the end of the world. So some things are just worth the risk. Number 6, no matter the temptation, always choose better. So something my dad taught me is that choices in life aren't always between bad and good. Sometimes they're between good and better. And no matter the temptation, you should always choose better. Sometimes it can be very tempting to choose good because good may be the easy choice. Good is also a justifiable choice because it's not bad. Like, you can justify making a good choice, but you should always make the better choice. And I'm learning in life to make better choices and not just good choices. Number 7 is do it anyway. So there was this little book I picked up in CVS called Stay Calm and Trust God. It was such a random occurrence, and that's probably a story for another time. Like, I don't want to get too much into why I randomly picked up this book, but it had a little, I don't know, I guess you would call it a poem in there that talked about why you should do things anyway. Basically, even if people are mean to you, be nice to them anyway. Even if success is not guaranteed, do the right thing anyway. It was just like all these different things, like even though this may be the outcome, still do the right thing anyway, basically. I spend too much time worrying about the outcome of things, and something I think a lot is like, what's the point? Like, why should I even try? Because I'm thinking of whether or not the odds are in my favor for something, and I'm realizing that that's just not a healthy way to live life. There are some things you should just do because you should do them, and regardless of the outcome, even if you feel like whatever reason, you know, what's the point? Just do it anyway because it's the right thing. Like, you should work out, you should eat well, you should take care of yourself, you should call a loved one. There are just things that you should do because you should do them. I'm learning to do it anyway. It's like the level up from Nike. Like, don't just do it, like do it anyway. Like, I don't know, but yeah. Do it anyway. Number 8 is this too shall pass. I've had a lot of personal struggles, I would say, this year between 23 and 24. What I'm learning is that you can have the perspective on life that no matter how good it gets, something bad always happens. Or you could flip it around and think no matter how bad it gets, something good is bound to happen. I'm learning to have more of that perspective on life and realizing, like, no matter how bad things get, this too shall pass. Life is a roller coaster. There are ups and downs, there are different seasons, but whenever you're in a bad spot, just hold out and have faith and realize that this too shall pass. Number 9, I have to put myself out there in order to make friends. I'm a pretty introverted person, but I also crave really deep relationships, and you know, I'm an INFJ, so that makes sense. I have this fear of like being vulnerable with people, but yet I crave like having deep relationships, and I just realized there's just no way I'm gonna ever have deep friendships if I can't be vulnerable with people, and I just have to put myself out there and be open with people. You know, of course, like be wise and use my discretion about who I'm open with, but I do have like good friends that I would love to form amazing friendships with. And this year I've really made more of an effort to connect with my friends and share more with my friends. So yeah. And number 10 is to embrace the things that annoy you about people, and you'll gain true friends. This goes along the lines of the last one, but because I'm introverted, I don't know, I just get in these moods where I don't really want to be around people, or like certain things will just really annoy me that people do. You know, I'll kind of just distance myself a little bit. It's nothing like, I'm not like angry or like mean to people. It's just like, I'll just like kind of distance myself a little bit and just be really kind of to myself and a little antisocial. I'm learning like I have to exercise more patience with people if I want that same thing done for me, because I think a lot of times I feel very misunderstood, and I'm realizing that I have to try to have more understanding with others if that's something I want reciprocated. This includes even like my family and like people I love. It's just like I just need to kind of have more patience, and you know, that's when you can deepen relationships with people, when they realize that you love them no matter what, and they can be open and be themselves with you even if they may be annoying sometimes. Like, it's okay, like everyone's a little bit annoying. Like I know I'm annoying but I'm really thankful for the people who love me in spite of that and embrace me anyway. Number 11 is do the right thing before you talk yourself out of it. I always talk myself out of doing things that I know I should do. I'm a master procrastinator. Like, I'm so good at procrastinating. It's scary, and I've practiced it so much, and I'm learning that in order to combat that, I have to, like, the second I think that, oh, maybe I should do this, or I'm gonna do this today, like, I have to do it before I can talk myself out of it. Because if you're a procrastinator, you understand, but the thing that we're really good at is coming up with semi-justifiable reasons for not doing things we should do. I'm learning that I have to just jump on things if I want to get them done, because otherwise I'm gonna procrastinate. And this is why I am literally horrible at responding to messages. Like, I'm so bad, like I don't even check my messages half the time because it stresses me out. Like, I get so stressed out from messages on Facebook, on Instagram, everything. The only thing I do genuinely like YouTube comments. Like, I don't know what the difference is, but messages from my personal life usually have to do with task-oriented things or things I need to do or making plans and stuff. I'll procrastinate on it or be like, I want to form the perfect message and respond to this perfectly. So, you know, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do it later when I have time to respond, and then I never respond, and it's so bad. And I need to check my messages more. I'm so bad at it, and I need to respond to people, because the thing is, when people don't respond to me, I freak out and think I said something wrong and think they hate me. So I don't know why I do it to other people. It's really horrible. I'm gonna work on like just doing these things before I can talk myself out of it. Like, just do it. And the last thing is, I need to take my time and listen to my intuition. This is something that's more related to like my creativity, but I notice when I rush things and don't go with my gut, it never turns out good. Like, it's never ever going to be what I want it to be or be something I'm satisfied with. I'm the type of person, I need to take my good time with things and really craft it and mold it the way I want to, and tweak things here and tweak things there. I'm a perfectionist, and I just am. I have to have balance with it. There are some times where it can definitely be a hindrance to me, but in a way, it's just a part of my personality, and it helps me to create the type of content that I want. So I've learned that I need to take my time with things, and if it doesn't feel right in my gut, like if there's something that I don't really like about it, then I need to listen to that and adjust accordingly. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that as my channel grows, that I'm kind of learning how to better hone my creative skills. I know I said this last video, but some of the things, the ideas that I have, like, may take some time to actually come into fruition on this channel, but I've just been having so many ideas and just letting my creative juices flow and allowing myself to take time and not necessarily act on these ideas right away. And the more I do it, I just think of more things that can make it better, and it's so exciting. Those are 12 things I learned by age 24. I hope this may have been helpful for some of you, or maybe you guys could relate to some of the things I talked about. Let me know in the comments down below, maybe like a lesson or something that you learned this year, or one of these lessons like resonated with you. Feel free to share down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, like it, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.